This video we are going to build a portfolio project. It will be a 4-page portfolio project with completely mobile responsive design, and we are using some animation as well here. So let me give you the walkthrough. So this will be our home page, okay, and this will be our about page that will have your information about you, your education, your experience, and all those things. Then this will be a portfolio page where you can showcase all your projects that you have built. Now you can like create another page here also showcasing the details of this project. I have not created it, so like that will be assignment for you guys. Then this will be a contact page. Yeah, so it is completely mobile responsive. So if you go back to mobile view, you can see this navigation is completely mobile responsive. It is coming from the top. Then each section is completely mobile responsive. So you will learn how to write mobile responsive media queries and how to make a mobile responsive web application using React. Okay, so that's it, guys. So like let's start building. I request you to code along with me so that you will, if you stuck somewhere, you can easily refer. And please do subscribe, guys. Hey guys, so for this project we are going to use VS Code code editor. So if you want to use the same, then go to the visualstudiocode.com and download it from there. As well as it is necessary to have a Node.js installed. So before starting this project, go to nodejs.org and install the latest recommended version, that is 18.18.0, right? Also, if you, for this project is not for entirely beginner, so you need to know HTML, CSS, little bit of CSS, and basic React to be able to understand everything. If you are totally new, then please go somewhere. There are plenty of courses on YouTube as well as on Udemy that you can refer and get your basics clear, and then come to this course. Okay, so let's start our project. Now how do we get started, guys? So there is a zip starter code link in your description. Go there, open the link. It will open like this. You have to download this zip folder, you have to extract it, and you have to open it inside your code editor, which one you of your choice, the code editor you can use. You can open this folder in that code editor. So I'm using VS Code, so I have installed, I have opened that starter code inside this code editor. Also, guys, this is my request. Like it took a lot of time for me to develop this project. So I will appreciate if you just hit that subscribe button and hit like, so that the more support you show, this video goes to the more people, and more people can benefit using this, and this will also motivate me to take time from my current job and uh, create some more tutorials. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, in advance for subscribing. Okay, so let's start coding. Go to source here, where we will create a folder called components. Inside this component we are going to develop few components like header, then there will be footer component, okay, and there will be a lot of card components that we are going to develop. So these card components are reusable components that we are going to develop once and going to use it again and again. For this app.css we are going to remove everything. This app.jsx file we are also going to remove everything from here. Just print it hello, remove any of the states and everything. As for now, okay, now let's go to the terminal and do yarn. It will install all your dependencies in package.json file and do and dev to start the server. So it should print just hello. Yeah, here it is hello. I guess we have some by default styles there. Go to index.css. Okay, remove it, delete it, and inside main.jsx, instead of index.css, import index.scss. Now again go back. Yeah, so our by default styles are getting applied here and hello is here. Now first we will develop header component. So create a file, header.jsx and header.scss. Now inside header.jss file, create a component. So you can create using arrayfc. um, so guys, you will need to have one node.js installed. Okay, I will create a separate video for that. um, so import import dot slash header dot scss. Okay, now inside app.jsx, instead of hello we'll have a header here. Cool. Now if you go back, you will see header text here. Now let's start coding. So for header we are going to have a logo, then the menu items, and then a button. Okay, so here first we will have a logo class which will have nothing but it will point to the home page, and you will write anything like I will give my initials Gunal Bondre here. You will have your initials or whatever you want to, and we have to wrap it using h2. Now let's check it out. Yeah, so let's have it like this, so we don't have to switch again and again. Cool. Control P. Okay, so we can see in real time what is happening here. Now after the logo we are going to have one ordered list with the class name menu. Inside this we are going to have a list of menu items, so li dot menu dash items 4. Okay, so you might wondering how I did that. So for that purpose I am using one plugin called Animate. So you have to go to the extensions, Animate, here Mithril Animate, you download it, and there are a lot of shortcuts that you can use. Like I did li dot the class name into 4, then it created 4 menu items. Okay, now go inside each menu item. Let's type it inside a tag href slash, first will be home. We will get everything inside h5 home. Okay, now copy it, slash about, text will be about, then here slash portfolio, and finally contact us. Okay, so this is how it is as of now. Cool. After the this unordered list, we are going to have a button with class name button. It just says let's talk. Okay, so this button is getting by default style because we are having this all styles inside index.scss file. This is our reusable, this is our starter kit. You will get it with the starter kit, all everything here, all the reusable component, reusable styles that we are going to use, you will find it inside index.scss. So it will save your time. Cool. Now after that we will need to have the hamburger menu, because for mobile navigation we are going to have that hamburger menu. So here we are importing by menu from react icons slash bi by menu and bix, I guess. Yeah. Okay, and after this button we are going to have another div with hamburger class. So it will show by menu. Yeah, you can see it here. Cool. Now what we will do is we will switch to styles and we will style it. Open the header.scss file, dot header. Here we will have a display of flex. Have we given the no? So instead of this div we will use now, and we will give a class name of header to it. Yeah, so see everything is what do you call it, in a flex direction. So display flex, what it does is it just aligns everything in a row wise direction. Cool. Now here we will have justify content center, sorry, justify content space between and align items center. Then we will give a width of 100% and we will give it height of 80 pixel. Okay, so this is how it is. Now initially inside this our hamburger will be hidden, because for the desktop view we don't need a hamburger. So display none. Cool. Now let's go into the menu class. Here again we will do display flex, all will be in a flex direction, and we will give it width of 50% and justify content space evenly. So all will be evenly spaced. So like we are not going to align items, but align the things using margin and padding, because those are not responsive. So this thing like flexbox is gives this lot of things that we can actually uh, align the content for the responsive design. So just by the space evenly will always space the content inside it evenly, and width of 50% will always take the width of 50%. And yeah, so no matter what the what we call it, see here, no matter what will be the dimensions, it will always be responsive. Okay, cool. Now what we will do is we will take a state here, const open set open equal to use state, initially it will be false. Okay, and now We have to conditionally render the hamburger menu when it is a mobile view. Okay, and we have to render these what do you call it, menu items. We have to hide these menu items for mobile view and show it from the from the top for mobile view. So give it a class of container as well, as container is having our by default style. Here inside this menu, what we will have is, let's take it like this. If it is open, then we will have menu, we'll add menu open class to the menu, otherwise it will be plain menu. So we are conditionally toggling the classes. So when user clicks on the hamburger menu, we are going to assign this menu open class, which will have the different styles. And here for hamburger as well, we will write, if it is open, question mark, then show different icon, otherwise show different icon. So when it's open, we are going to show by X icon, otherwise we are going to show by menu icon, right? And we will have on click event for this, which will just have handle click function. Just copy it, and handle click function does nothing, it just toggles the state. Const handle click set open, not open. Okay, now inside the header.scss, what we are going to do is we are going to write a media query. So like for at media, let's see, like till what media it at what do we call it, screen resolution, it looks good. So let's move to responsive. Okay, now it is 1211. Let's move closer, 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 closer. Okay, so at 600 it is getting like this. So let's target for 600. So at media, max width of 600 pixel. We are going to have a header. Inside this header, we're going to have a hamburger, which will be display block. And we will give it a font size of 30 pixel, and we will give it a Z index of, let's say, 99. Okay, so we will, okay, let's open it, inspect. Yeah, here it is. So we go below 600. Yeah, if you go above, then see that hamburger menu is not visible. If you go below, it is visible. Cool. Now for the 600, we don't want the button, so we just say display none. Sorry, yeah, button class name. Now what we have to do is we have to target the menu class. We'll assign position of absolute to it. Then we'll give the flex direction of column. So column will make those all the items in a this column wise manner. Then we'll give a height of 300 pixel. Okay, then justify content space evenly. So all are evenly spaced. So remember guys, like justify content space evenly, and we are giving the flex duration of column here. So when it is row, then justify content applies to the row. When it is column, it applies to the column. Then we will give align items as center. So all will be centrally aligned. Then we will give top of minus, let's say 300 pixel. Okay, it is not visible. We will give a width of 100%, so that it will take entire width. Then left of 0, then right of 0, and then background color of black, and we will add the we will add transition later. And there will be another dot menu open. When we have this class, we are just setting top to 0. Now when we click on this, see, so when you click on this hamburger menu, what is happening here is, just go through the code, we are having this state. Okay, so when you click on hamburger menu, we are having this handle click function here. Okay, initially by menu this hamburger is rendering. So what it does is it just toggles the state. So it is initially false, so it becomes open menu becomes true. That means our menu is open now. So we are conditionally toggling our that icon as well. Now our logo is not visible. So what we will do here is just dot logo, use z index as 99. So it will be on top of it. Yeah, now it is visible. Cool. But the only issue is that it is so quick. So what we will do is we will add some transition here. Transition all 0.3 second is in out, is in. So what it will do is it will just add an effect of shuttering. Check it out. Yeah, cool. So our responsive header is done. You can go to any layout, it will be responsive. You can go to F1. Yeah, it is responsive. Okay, then let's close it. Cool, we're done with the header. Now let's move to other. So first of all, we'll create a card component because we are going to use a lot of card components. So go inside card. Here create card.jsx, and it will have a card.scss file. RFCE. Okay, we're going to import the card component. Sorry, card CSS. Cool. Now let's start working on it. So this card will be a reusable card. It will accept some of the props. So let's see what props it will accept. So it will accept title, subtitle, then description, then image, then direction, then size, or let's say we will have a small card option. So it will just have this card as a small card, then we will have children, then show icon and show info. These are the toggles that will help us hide and show the icons and infos. Cool. Now we will need to have prop types, otherwise it will complain. So we're going to import prop types from prop types. Okay, and here card dot prop types equal to title. So this prop types are way to restrict user from accidentally sending the wrong data. Okay, so titles means prop types dot string. So that means whenever user gives some title to it, it should be string. You cannot send it like 1 2 3 4, otherwise it will complain. Subtitle is also prop type dot string. Same for the description. So I will just copy it. Description, then image, then direction, then small card. Small card will be a boolean. So for boolean we use prop type dot bool. So this small card also, like if you want to have a small card, we can just pass this prop and it will have the different styling for that particular card. Then children, it will render the children's prop types dot node, then show icon, again prop types dot bool means boolean, true false, and show info. Okay, so we're using a lot of props. Okay, these props are way to build a reusable component. You can send whatever props you want. Okay, cool. Then we'll have div with class name of card. So here for class name, we'll have a class of card, class name, and initially its direction will be by default row. Okay, now you can pass direction as column as well whenever you want. It's up to you. So direction, when direction equal to row, then we are adding the row class, otherwise we are adding the column class. Sorry guys, it should be inside. Okay, okay, so like when the direction is row, we are adding the row class, otherwise column class. Cool, let's go into second. So this way we are just deciding the direction of the items inside the card component. Now when the image prop is there, okay, we are going to have a div with class name image, which renders the image. Source image. So this image prop is nothing but a string. Okay, we are passing the string here. So we are checking if that image prop is passed. Yes, then we are going to pass this image. it renders the children. So children are nothing but whatever you pass from the React application to our component. Okay, now this is done for the image. So when user passes image prop, then it will render the image, otherwise it will render the children. Now when user passes this show info item prop, then we are going to show some info. So I have a info class here with class, then inside it we are having the title. Okay, so inside this title class we will have first subtitle. We will render the subtitle, and then here we are using the small card because we are toggling the font size here. If the card is small, then our font size will be different. So if it is a small card, then we are going to use h3 to render our title, otherwise we are going to use h1 to render our title. Okay, so like you might not be getting any sense of it, but you will understand it once we start rendering our card. Okay, we are just creating it. Then after that we are going to show info, sorry, description. After the description it is having, so it should be inside a p tag. Okay, so we're done with this title section, and then we will have a show icon. If show icon is passed, then we are going to show the icon here. So we will have a class of icon. Okay, there is something wrong here. Yeah, nothing. So here is something wrong. Why it is complaining? Maybe it's saying that you cannot have it inside one. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Class name of icon. Here we will have image with source icon path. Now this icon path is nothing but we are importing here. Import icon path from dot slash assets slash icon dot svg. let's have it outside this. If there is something wrong in this code and I am not able to figure out what is wrong, I will write it again. Show icon. Okay, and we're going to have a div with icon class, yeah, which is having the image with source as icon path. It is perfectly fine. Now we want it inside info because it will be, but it is not taking inside info. Let's see. Cool. So we are almost done with our component. Okay, now we have to go and inside this we have to write the css for it. So card.scss. Now have we added the class? Okay, now this card scss will be difficult, so let's start it. So by default we have some css here. If you check it out, if you go to index.scss, here it is. For card we are having this css: display flags, justify content center, align tab centers. We are giving background color, border radius, position, padding, and when it is direction is row, we are having play direction of row. When direction is column, flex direction of column. Okay, then image, everything is, and inside before we are just adding some effects to it. So position absolute, left 0, top 0, width of 100, height of 100%, and we are giving background color. So this background is box background, nothing but, yeah, it is a linear gradient. It is having two different colors at this angle. Okay, so this one is for before and this one is for after. It gives smooth effect to the card component. Okay, I will just walk you through before and then after is same. Okay, then for icon we are having position of absolute, and these are some properties for info. And yeah, for button we are having all those css properties. These are the standard css properties: padding, background color, border radius, all those things. Okay, cool. So for card we don't have much of the css. I don't think we need to write here. Let's see. First what we will do, we will go to the, we will create one more folder here called as pages folder, and we will write some we will render one card component inside home page. Okay, now inside pages folder we will create a home.jsx file, and I guess we will create home.scss file as well. So this home page will be our main home page. We will create a skeleton for the divide component. Here we are using RAFC. It is a ES6 ES7 reactor text plugin. You go to the plugins and you can download install it from there. Okay, now inside app.jsx file we will import the browser router as a router. So we are implementing routing here, means if you go to home page it will load the home page, if you go to about page it will load the about, if you go to portfolio it will load the portfolio. It is essential for you thing that you should know as a React developer to how to handle the routing, because each and every website is having using the routing. Okay, Now inside the router we are going to have a routes folder, routes, and inside that routes we are going to have route. This each individual route is having a path, which renders, which gives the exact path. So at the slash, home component will get render. So element home, so we are rendering home component on path. So like if you take a look, where home is there and we are on the default path. Cool. So routing is working. Now let's import card component that we are going to need. I don't know why it is not auto importing. I guess I will have to manually import it. Anyway, like, let's see, by directly importing the component will it work. So we are going to have a section, and we will have a class with container. So this container is having some default properties. If you go to our index.scss file, you will get to know. Then we will have a hero section, which hero section is always a section below the navigation bar. Okay, so our hero section is having two different sections. One is left section and one is right section. So this section is divided into two different sections. So we will have anchor tag as about, and we are trying to render a card, but still it is not getting rendered. So I think we have to manually import it. So let's manually import it. Nope, nope, we have to manually import it. Let's do it. Import card from /components /card/card.jsx. Cool. Now card component is here. Now we will try to render. See, the default card is here. Now we will pass few of the props. So we have given title, subtitles, and all set of props here. So let's try to render those. Okay, so let's pass the prop. So title, we're passing title as my name itself, because this is our about page. So this card is accepting title prop, which displays the name. Okay, then this another prop is subtitle. So here we are passing some tagline like web developer. Then another prop it accept is a description. So like pass anything, like I am a web developer from Pune, India. Cool. Okay, and image, we're going to have the paths. So import it. This asset folder is already included in your but you have to replace it with your image, because you cannot have my image there. So feel free to like change the asset folder as per your convenience. So card image is here. Yeah, so see, it is already rendering, but I don't know why it is not rendering title and subtitle. Okay, give it direction as row, because we want the content of the card in a row wide direction. Wide title, subtitle, description not, and let's check it out. This is how you create a reusable component. Okay, instead of hard coding, we can reuse this card component so many times. Now you will get to know how we are using this, reusing this card component. Now I'm just debugging why these titles, subtitles are not coming. And debugging is also essential skill. As a web developer, you need to know how to debug the issues. Now let's see. Okay, so we have to pass show endpoint show icon here. So the mistake I made here is I have not provided the default props. Default props means whatever the props you are having, you should have no. You should write the its default properties. Otherwise, it will not take it. So default props, we are giving default properties of true to show icon and show info. Means by default, we have to show icon as well as the information, that is title and all those things. Show icon true. You can have default props for title, subtitle, all other things, but I think this is enough. Yeah, now check it out how the information is started rendering on right side. Cool. So we have created one reusable card component. Now let's work on a right section. We'll create a new div with right section, and this right section is having two sections. One is top section, which will have a carousel type marquee, and the bottom section which holds two cards. Okay, so marquee here, and this marquee nothing but your some information you want to display in a rotating manner, or anything that you want to show, your latest work links, anything. Yeah. So we are just having this text latest work featured. Now we are going to just copy it and paste it down 3 times. Cool. Okay, now after the top sections we're going to have the bottom section. This bottom section holds two cards. One is credential and one is portfolio card. This entire layout is based on a small cards, small grids, okay, to make it look beautiful. Card section. Now take an anchor tag. This anchor tag we are giving because when someone clicks on that, it should land to that particular page. It's up to you if you want to give it or not. You can use also link tag as well from the React router. Okay, I am using the anchor here. It doesn't make much of the difference. It might, I don't know about that as well. Now see, we are again reusing card component. We are not hard coding it here. So see, title credentials, subtitle more about me. Now remember the entire CSS, entire thing of card component you have to rewrite again and again and again. That is why React is so fascinated knitting. You know, the reusability is one of the most important thing in React. Okay, here you can pass the direction as column because you want to render the uh, component contents inside the card in a column manner. Here we are importing one more image. It is my signature basically. It is not actual signature, but yeah, it is just a name. Okay, so see, more about me and credentials. Cool. Now we need to pass one more prop, I guess, small card, because this heading credential is looking way too big, I guess. Okay, let's see, and then we will render the portfolio card, but I think we have not created it yet, so let's go and create it. Inside card, create a new file, portfolio.jsx. Create a React component, skeleton. Now this card, portfolio card, it's we'll use the basic the card component, our main core card component. Give it a name of portfolio. It will take you to the portfolio page, and now we will have card component which takes below things: title, portfolio. Why we have created separate portfolio card component? Because inside about page as well we are going to show this portfolio card component. So instead of having it at two different places hard coded this card component, we will just create one separate component and render it there. We will import the image. And we're passing the small card prop. So that small card prop basically renders the title, that credential. It is written in a small in H3 actually. The the main we are using without small card is uh, the large one, H1. Now why the title is coming there and not the actual title is rendering? So our title is portfolio. So let's go check it out again inside card.jsx. Go up and see. Okay, there is a mistake. When it is a small card, we are just writing title. So there we have to render it. We need to add curly braces, but I forgot to add it. Cool. Now portfolio is rendering. These are small mistakes that we usually make, and we need to know how to debug these things. Cool. I guess we need to. So there are different props: title, subtitle, description, image, direction, small card, children. Okay, all these props are where we are actually passing it from different card components to render the information. That is show info and show icon. All these different props we are using to render conditional informations for a card to make the card reusable, as much reusable as possible, to render different types. Okay, here when it is small card we are rendering h3, otherwise we are rendering h1. If you check h3, so here we are toggling the style. So now here you can see we have not passed the small card to that credential, so it is rendering big. Also with show icon and show info we are rendering the icon there. Cool. Now it looks like this. Now I think we will style it. So go inside home.scss file. You need to import it first. Home.scss. Now we will target the hero section class. That is a main parent class. Give it a width of 100%, display as flex. Now take a look at the right side how the column direction changed to row, so yeah, row wise. Cool. This flex, what it does, it takes the entire container and align it with the row wise. Now here inside the left section, what we will do is we will give it margin right of 30 pixel, and we will give it width of 50%, so it should occupy the 50% width of this entire container. Or you can also give flex as one to both the containers, which one that works. Now for image we will give margin height of 30 pixels, so there will be a gap between image and the text. And for actual image we will give the border top and bottom. So border top left radius actually makes the left top as rounded. Yeah, if you check here, see this is how it looks rounded. Similarly you can do for right and bottom left as well. And this is how it looks now. It looks really nice. Cool. Now let's check it for the right section. Here also give it width of 50% and display as flex. Not here, not for the main. I guess. Okay, we can give it flex and we will have to give it as a flex direction column, but no need actually. It was already in a column direction. Anyway, for top sections, we will give margin bottom at 10 pixel, padding at 10 pixel, and give it as a display flex again. For the banner, width of 100%, padding of 0.20 pixel. From left right, this is shorthand. And now this actual marquee class we are going to give display as flex, not the top section or not the banner. This marquee we will give position as relative, width of 100%, max width of 100%, height of 19 pixel, overflow hidden, overflow X is hidden. Inside div we will give display as flex. So this inside marquee we are having div which holds all the span elements. So by mistake I told we will give display flex as marquee, but not. We'll have to give it to the div element. And then we are going to write some animation property here with the name marquee, and initially it should render at 8 seconds linear and infinitely. It should scroll from right to left in infinite manner. Now go to bottom. We are going to use keyframes, add keyframes and give the name as marquee. Here add not dot marquee but only marquee. Here add 0%. We'll give transform translate x as 0, and at 100% we will have transform translate x as minus 80%. Okay, see, it started moving. Cool. So it should will change transform. It will change on the transform property. That animation in marquee we are having this transform property, right? So we'll change define that it should change on transform. For span, give margin right as 10 pixel and font size as 12 pixel. And for the actual text, give the text transform as uppercase. Okay, it looks really fast. I think 8 seconds was perfect. Okay, so top section is done. Now let's write for bottom section. Means that two grids we are having, we have to align them. Inside bottom section we are having dot card section. We'll give that as a display flex and gap of 15 pixel. So these two cards will align next to each other. Give justify content as space between and padding of 20 pixel to the card actually, and height of 200 pixels. Now see, the credential is way too big. We forgot to pass the small card prop. That particular component, let's pass it. Go to 1.jsx file, and there you forgot to pass it. So pass it as small card, so that heading becomes smaller. Okay, it looks nice. Cool. Now for image, give a padding of 10 pixel. Now it looks good. Okay, so hero section is almost done. So see, this entire section, hero section, we have created on a single card component that we have created. Now I guess we will work on middle section. So now like create another div with section container. So like we'll rename it as a middle section. Cool. Now create one div with left side div where we will render one card. So there are three different divs cards in the middle section that we are going to show. So first one is blog, second one is text tag, and the third one is um, let's see. So import the blog image. Okay, so blog is now rendered, though it is very big. Oh, we'll manage that. Now we'll create middle div which holds the middle card. Now here this card is a little bit different as we are just passing the props to the card. Now this card will have children as well. So remember what we have done in a card component. If we don't pass the image, then we will render the children. Here we are not passing the image. Okay, here only we are passing the title and subtitle, and inside this children section we are going to render the technologies that we know. Yeah, so children are nothing but whatever we write in from the front end. So the languages we know, here we will take the h4 and just write the language. Here feel free to write whatever you know. Okay, it is highly depend on your expertise. I'm writing HTML, CSS, SCSS, Node.js, React, MongoDB, styled components, Express.js, and maybe AWS basics, JavaScript and AWS basics. Cool. Now see how these are rendering instead of images. So if you go to the card component, there you can see the condition we have given here. I will show you. Okay, if image, then render the image, otherwise render the children. And it's whatever you write here is nothing but a children. Children means whatever you pass between the opening and closing bracket of the particular component. Okay, as we don't have the image, so we are not passing it here, and we are rendering the children's. Now we will style them accordingly. So we are done with the middle. Now the last one is profile card. Okay, we don't have it now, so let's create it. Inside the card component, create a profile card component. Now create profile card.scss file as well. Create skeleton here. Import the SCSS file. Import the card as well. Now give it a class name of profile dash card. Mm, let's create one component. So this profile card will be on a right side, so left, middle and right. So we'll give it class name of right, which renders the card with title stay with me, means connect with me. This is kind of a profile card, social media card. Subtitle digital address, small card. Okay, this also has a children involved. We are not having any images, so we are just having some social media buttons here. Okay, so these are the social media links that we are going to have. Like, feel free to add your own. You can highly change whatever you want here. Okay, this looks like this. Now it's time to style everything. I guess we need to make some corrections as well. Okay, first of all, write the profile card CSS. Display flex, all will be in one line. 10 pixel, margin bottom 10 pixel. And for card, margin right 10 pixel. Okay, this looks like this. Now how we will change it is we will put them inside another div called social media. Okay, so this will be aligned like this. Cool. So our profile card component is done. Okay, so entire middle section is done. Now let's go come close the hero section. Here we will have middle section. We will give width of 100%. Display flex, so all will be in one line. We'll give a gap of 30 pixel, so there will be gap between all these different cards. We'll give padding of 20 pixel. Zero padding will be from top and bottom. Now for left, and right we will give assign flex as 1, and for middle we will assign flex as 2. So middle should be twice as big as left and right. And for the languages we will have display flex, as they are all stacked on top of each other, so we'll give it display flex, so they will be next to each other. So these are some styles that we are having. And for h1 h4, which holds the text, we will have padding of 10 pixel, background color of light gray. So here we are giving display inline and height as at plus color as black, and minimum width is 100 pixel, and text align center of everything we need is centered. Border radius of 10 pixel. Now when you save it, it looks like this. Isn't it cool? Now after the middle section, now it's time for the last section of this page. There's a bottom section. So bottom section typically will hold two cards. Okay, so let's start with bottom section. We'll apply container class as default. Bottom will have same left and right combination, which is having card wrapper. Then again inside it we are having a card component, card class. So we want to have that card CSS applied here to the background of this div. Now and so this card we're having this few of the each individual card will be showing our specialties. Like initially we have completed 5 years, then 25 plus clients and 50 plus projects. So like feel free to modify according to you. This is all hypothetical, okay? We're just adding it just for the purpose of this project. Okay, it looks like this. Cool. Now we'll need to style them actually. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, go to the right section which holds contact. Now go inside the card component and create a contact card. Also we're having contact card.scss file. Now create a react component here. First of all, we're going to import the card component and well as SCSS file here. So see, card is the basis of every component here. This is how useful the card component is. Once we create it as a reusable, we can use it the way we want. Now here we are importing the icon. It's importing this SCSS file. Give class name of contact card. Now here we are going to render the card which will have the children's as well. So create a div with class name wrapper. Here we are going to have image with source, whatever the icon we have imported. Also we need to give it a class name. We will give in a few minutes. Then create another text box component which holds the text. Let's connect, work together. Now import the card. Cool. This is how it is. Now we need to manage everything during the CSS. Here dot contact card. We will give it as flex 1, so it will take the same space as left card. Position relative, inside it for the wrapper. Width of 100%. For H3, font size of 48 pixel. Now here for media query, like for 991 pixel, when the device resolution is, we will reduce the font size to 36 pixel. It is very important. So like let's not forget it. For max width of 767 pixel, sorry 480 pixel, font size will be 28 pixel. Cool. This thing is important. For this span, will be font size of 48 pixel. And color as blue. Cool. Now again we will copy the above and paste it here. Now this icon is way too big. We need to manage it. For the text box, we will give it a position of absolute and bottom of 10 pixel. And for icon too, okay, remember guys, we have not added the class yet, so it will not take effect. I realize it later, but let's see. We'll give max width of 40 pixel, max height of 100 pixel, and nothing is happening. And I'm worrying why it is not taking the effect, because I forgot to add the class name as .icon to the image. Yeah, late current, but anyway, now it looks like this. Now let's, I guess we need to style them, go down. Bottom section. So like for bottom section we have to give it a display flex. Now let me check the HTML first. Okay, there is no card section, it is inside the section, so we'll directly give the bottom section as a display flex, right? Yeah, then we'll gap up 30 pixel, so two grids will be having 30 pixel gap. For left we will give flex as 1, so it will take up the entire width, and the card wrapper as again display flex direction row. And okay, I guess we don't need to give that direction row because by default it is row wise only. Okay, let it be card display flex again direction column. So this 5 and years of experience and all those things will be in a column aligned. Margin right of 10 pixels, so between all these cards there will be a fixed margin. We'll give it width of 150 pixel, height of 150 pixel, and text align center. Okay, so all cards will be the same size. Now let's go for the contact card. Okay, here for the card we will have height of 200 pixel. Now let's check it out. Cool, this is working, this is fine. Now let's work on the footer component. So go to the components folder, and there is footer. Create a footer.js file. And create footer.scss file. Create a simple footer component. Yeah. Now we need to import the SCSS file. Cool. Now give it a class name of footer. Inside app.jsx we will import the footer here. Now if you take a look, there is the footer, so our component is perfectly rendering. Now go inside. Okay. Now create a div with logo. Here I am just rendering my name. You can render your logo if you are having. Okay, and then here we're going to have a menu which is having 4 menu items. Okay, each menu item is the same as the header component: home, about, portfolio, and contact. I'm selecting all and just trying to speed up the code. Href. Here inside h5 we are going to write the names. Cool. So first will be /home, then second will be /about, slash portfolio, and last one is contact. Now take a look. It is rendering fine. Now go to footer.scss. Now take the parent class, start footer, display flags, flag selection column, justify content center, align and tab center to make it center, give margin top of 100 pixel and 0. So this is from top and bottom itself. Then for menu, again display flex. First give it a margin top of 20 pixel. Then display flex. Give it a width of 30 pixel. So this is for the desktop view. We are going to have the width of 30 pixel and justify content space evenly. So it will take 30% width of the entire 100% and it will space itself evenly. It is important for the responsiveness or responsive purpose that you should not give spacing by margin and padding. Okay, so for 9 pixel we are going to give the width of 50% for just changing the footer width. For 767 pixel make it as 70%, and for 480 that is mobile view make it as 100%. Cool. So we're done with footer component. That is so quick. Now we are going to integrate one library so that will give us effect of zoom in that we have seen in the demo. So let's go to the app.jsx file. First of all, see like that is okay, there is already in the package.json file. So you don't need to install anything. Like I'm going to give you the starter code which having all the node modules. Okay, now we will import first AOS from AOS and then we will import its CSS file. And then we will just initialize it, make OS as a capital instead of small. AOS, yeah, AOS.init, and then we are good to go. Now inside home, for the hero section, let's open it. We'll give some of the parameters to the left section, right section, or each section. So these parameters are data dash AOS. So the effect we are looking for is zoom in effect. Then data.aos.delay of 50 millisecond, duration of 500 millisecond, sorry 1000 millisecond, and easing of easing out. Save it and you are seeing the effect now. Just refresh it. See the zoom in effect we are seeing here. Now we are going to copy it and paste it everywhere. Give inside bottom, give it to the card section. I guess it will work for card because it is having two cards, portfolio cards. So it's better to give it as a card section. Then for middle section, let's see. For left we are going to add it. For middle we are going to add it. And for portfolio, I guess let's create a div and see. This might lead us a problem, but okay. Anyway, let's see. We will change if we go into the any issues. Again for left, so add to the left, and for the contact card we are going to add inside the contact card component. Okay, so if we take a look, why contact card? Okay, now everything is visible, and look, everything is working just fine. Cool. So we're done with our home page. Now let's work on the responsiveness. Now I will teach you how to use the um, what we call it, inspect of this Chrome, to make it, to start try the styles before and then apply it. So here we are just trying to apply some of the styles to the components. Here we're just selecting and adding some styles here and checking out whether it is working fine or not. Making it responsive is hard, so like we need to try and try again and again until we get the perfect combination. Okay, so we're just at 991 pixel, we're just making everything as 100%, and this initial hero section which is having flex selection row, we are turning it into the column. This is what we are going to do. Okay, so at media max width of 991 pixel, dot hero section, give it flex direction of column. For left section, give it width of 100%, so it should acquire entire container width. And for the right section as well, we need to have a width of 100%. Now for the top section and bottom section, let's see. For the bottom section and for the anchor tab, we are going to have the width of 100%. We're just trying here. Okay, let's see. Like, so for portfolio card also we need to have width of 100%. Let's refresh it and check one more time. I think there might be some issue. It is not hot reloading. Okay, it is good now. Now what we have to do is, this image is way too bigger, so let's try to add max width of 300 pixels, but it is reducing the width. I guess we need to give max width to the main parent component, that image component. Instead of this, let's try to give it, or we found some easier way. We're just adding the height, and it is just working fine now. So instead of 200 pixels, we made the height as 300 pixels. Just let's copy the class and add it here. So it's easier for you to visualize it first in the inspect and then apply it. Here it looks cool. Now for the banner or this rotating text, let's copy its class and give margin top of 20 pixel. That looks good. Just try to give just margin of top and bottom then. For the middle section we'll have, now see, like this is flex. Okay, we are adding flex 1 to left and right and flex 2 to middle. Okay, so let's try to turn it into the grid. Display grid and grid template columns, repeat 2 into 1 FR. This means that we are displaying it as a grid, and we want to have two grids in one row, not more than that. So the third one will go to the bottom. So let's check it out. Okay, it is not still taking the effect. Okay, I don't know why. Let's try it in the browser. Display grid template column, repeat 2 into 1 FR. Yeah, it is taking effect here. I don't know why it is not auto reloading. First of all, what, like, we will give some max width to the image because it is way too big. So give it max width of 250 pixel. Yeah, it is now good. See, now this is how it is. Now what we want to do is the last grid, the social media grid, we want to span across the entire row. Okay, so we will target its portfolio card, and we will give it as grid columns, and we want its span across 2, means take entire width. So give it as grid column, span 2. Okay, now it is not taking effect. As I told you, now there is this display block property on parent. That means we might be having a div on top of it. Okay, so it will take a lot of time to debug this. Let's see, like we'll try to have display grid here. Okay, now it is taking effect, but I don't know why it is not taking entire width. Mhm. Let's write here grid template, grid column, span of 2, and I think let's refresh it again. Okay, now we'll need to check in the HTML itself. So let's check the middle we have to do. We don't need to do here anything. Okay, the profile card we are rendering, this div might be affecting it. I told you now, if you add a div here it might be problematic. So let's remove it and let's see. Yeah, it is just rendering fine. It is taking entire width now. So inside profile card we will add these properties, so it will take effect. Cool. So for profile card we have given grid column, it's span up to. Now let's, I guess, refresh. Okay, it is appearing. Okay, cool. Now let's increase its width. So for social media card, just copy it, paste it here, and just give width of, I guess, 300 pixel. So it will look good, and height of 100 pixel. Okay, all looks good now. Now let's go to 767 pixel. Okay, now this is not looking good for 767. Now let's look at this bottom section. Hmm, for bottom section we will give flex duration of column, because yeah, so this is still for 991 pixel, guys, because the work together section is not rendering well. Now it's good. Now go to the 767 pixel. I think the text tag one is going down. So at media, max width 767 pixel. Now let's pick up the classes and try to. So dot middle section will give rectangle columns, repeat 1 comma 1 fr. So now we want only one grid on one row. Okay. So it is not taking effect because we have added span 2. So just we have to target that profile card, grid columns, auto. So it will take effect. I think we need to refresh. Let's refresh it. I guess sometimes it won't take effect, sometimes it take effects. Okay, it is still showing span 2 here, maybe because we are not exactly copying the class name, because dot middle section dot profile card, and here we are having just dot profile card. Okay, sometimes we go into this issue. Okay, we will tackle that later. Let's say for the card we will give width up to 100 pixels, so that those will render correctly. And now for the profile card, what we will give, we'll add the parent class like middle section dot profile card, so it will take effect. Cool, we're done with, I guess, for the 767 pixel. Now we have to go to this 480 pixel. Go below, yeah, exactly here. Okay, so this portfolio and credentials, we need to be in a row wise direction. Rest looks good. There is some space on the right side. I guess something is taking space. We have given, might have given fixed width. Okay, first of all, let's give it flex direction of column, flex direction of column, so that both will be in a column wise direction. And for the image, as it is 100%, we need to, I guess, give the parent class itself some width, max width. Okay, let's try giving it to the image. 450 pixel will be nice. 425 pixel, let's say. Copy this class, put it here, max width of 425 pixel. Okay, everything looks good. Now go to mobile. Now here, scroll down, there is some play on the right side. Okay, this is because of this width. Okay, so let's give it as 100 pixel. At media 480 pixel. Copy that class name. Make it as, I guess, 150 pixel will be fine. Yeah. Cool, I guess we are almost done. minimize the width of these cards as well. Let's minimize the height. Copy the entire thing, put it here. Okay, remove the margin right, copy that also. Put it here and margin right as 0. Let's lower the font size as well from 12 to, I guess we'll keep it to 10 pixel maybe. Yeah. Copy the entire thing here and put it here. Cool, that one is also working fine. These cards also reduce the height. Reduce to 200 pixel. We need to look into the image section, but first of all copy these things here and give a height of 200 pixel. And for the image purpose, I guess we need to give width to the parent component itself. It's not working while giving it here, I guess. So there is a div class image, we will give it to that only. This loading is so annoying. For this image, give max width of, let's say, 200 pixel. Okay, just increase it. It is working fine. Add it here. Max width of 280 pixel. Now it looks good. Our main bar is also working, but it is going back. So let's see what is the issue. I think we need to add a Z index here. Background color is already added, I guess. Let's see. Z index of 99 pixel. Sorry, 50 will be enough. We need to add it to the menu open as well as menu class. We need to go to the header.scss file. While closing, it is closing from back, so we need to add it to menu as well. So this Z-index property just brings the element to the front. Right, it is working fine, it looks good. Cool, we are done with responsiveness. On about page, now create about.jsx and about.scss file. Create skeleton here, import the SCSS file. Now we need to make few imports here. We need to import the card. As usual, card is not at importing, so let's give manually. Components /card/card. So need to import. Okay, now it is coming. Okay, image from the asset, which will be card image. It will be image of me only. So like you can feel free to change with yours. Now we are importing icon from assets icon2.png. Okay, now let's in app.js file we will add the route for about. We'll give path h/about and element we will load the about component. Let's see with about. Yes, about is rendering. Now let's code it. Give it a class name of about page, section and container. These are our reusable classes. Now about page wrapper. Inside this wrapper we're going to have the about top section. For the top we're going to have the left section and right section. For left section we are rendering a card which takes, I guess, image only. And we are passing show icon as false here because we don't want to show the information in icon as well. For this card component we just want to show the image. Give it a class name of about card. Make show info as false as well. Now let's see how it is. It looks like this. Now for the right section we're going to have a title which will be an h1 self summary. So this section contains short summary about yourself. We will render the card. This card will have the children. Here we are passing the small card. We don't want the icon as well as info as well. Title we're going to give our name, and for description I'm just putting it on dummy text. Feel free to add your own description here. The experience and whatever you are having, you can add it here. Inside this card we're going to have an image with the image we are rendering is icon2 image that we have imported above. We'll give it the class of icon2. Now check it out. Okay, we will adjust it while styling it. Now after the top section we will have about info section. Okay, now here we are having left section, right section as well, and we are rendering info card. So go to cards and create one on infocard.jsx file. and info card.scss file. So this info card is nothing but a wrapper around card component. We are modifying as our need. Import info card.scss, import the card component as well. Now we are expecting some props like card header that will denote the card heading and the children. Okay, we're importing the prop types from the prop types. Prop types are extremely important because they help us to bind that particular prop to the particular data type. Like so, card header. If you want to be have the string, then we will do it as prop types dot string. So the user accidentally cannot pass something other than the string. So this is just like TypeScript, but we're using prop types here. Give it a class name of info card. Now we'll give it a class name of card, and inside title we're rendering card header. Give it a card info class, and here we will render the children. I guess that's it. Now here just yeah. Now give card header here. So here we are going to have a card with the heading experience, and here we are going to pass the custom children's here. So for experience, like I'm just putting it a dummy. You feel free to add yours. Copy it and put it 3 times. Just change the years. Okay, make sure to add your own real experience here because you are creating a portfolio for yourself here. Good. Now the experience card is done. We will just copy it, the entire section. Put it here instead of left, give it as a right section. Now modify these as per your education. So this is dummy, okay, not real. Just putting it for the sake of having some content. Okay, change the class to education. Okay, it looks like this. Now we'll work on the bottom section, about bottom section. We will tackle the style at once. It will have just 2 cards, profile card, sorry 3 cards, contact card and portfolio card. So see, this is how we can reuse these cards. Take a look, everything is coming back. No need to rewrite the code. Now I guess we will move to the styling part. So we are targeting the wrapper here. Give the width of 100%. For the top section as well, give the width of 100%. Display as flex. Gap of 30 pixel. Then for the left section we will give it as a flex 1, and for right section we will give it as a flex 2, so it should take twice, not one but two. Yeah. We are adding some bunch of property like alignment of center to make the text center. Now for the heading we are going to have a big text. This is obviously for the desktop. Later we will conditionally change this to accommodate other media sizes. Now for inside the card we are having margin top of 40 pixel. Give the height to the card, and for the icon to have a max width of 40 pixel. Make it position of absolute. Top edge 0, left edge 20 pixel or something. 30 pixel. Yeah, it looks good. And for the info h3, increase the font size to 30 pixel. 36 pixel. Yeah. Give the margin bottom of 20 pixel to have some margin between the paragraph and the title. Now take a look, it looks nice. There is some gap between the first card and second card. We will check it. No, that is not the issue. I guess we need to debug, but let's see. Okay, so right section we need to give the width to the card component itself. I guess nothing else we can do. Open the right section, and for the card we need to give the width, so it will take the entire container width, whatever the parent width available. Give it a width of 100%. Oh, still not. Okay, we need to give the width to the parent. We just remove that div, I guess. So let's go back to the card component and check it out. Okay, we'll find it later. Let's go to the about info section and check. Make it display as flex, gap of 30 pixel, padding top of 20 pixel. For the left section and right section, we'll give flex 1, so both will take the same width. For the experience, education, padding of 5 pixel from top bottom. Give flex direction of column, but we need to give the flex direction to, I guess, I think. Let's inspect it and try it in the browser first. So it is inside info card. The card is there, and for this card we need to give and island items flex start. So here dot info section, info card, give flex direction as column and island items as flex start. So item will be aligned to the start of the grid. Oh, it is taking effect to the one but not the other, and why so? We need to reload it. No, this is something different. Okay, remove display flex and everything from here. I don't know what is wrong. Let's inspect again. Put it back and just remove the display flex, I guess. Okay, so we have to target the card, not the info card, guys. Yeah, it is working fine. Okay, now for the title, give font size 30 pixel, give the margin bottom or padding bottom something 10 pixel. It looks cool. About bottom section, give some margin top, display as flex, give gap of 30 pixel. For the portfolio card and the profile card, give flex of 1 inch. Okay, and the middle card will give flex of 2, which is contact card. While the inside card will give padding of 20 pixel, and for the contact card give flex of 2, and we need to give the height as well, I guess. For the card give height of 250 pixel. Okay, cool. Now it looks cool, but still there is this width remaining, the gap. Let's now debug it. I think we need to remove the div and add 100% to the card. Okay, let's move to the card component. And remove the top div. We don't need it. Okay, and give the card up width 100%. Where is the card here? Try here giving width of 100%. Yes, it is working perfectly fine. In the top section, I guess we'll give it outside only. Okay, remove the about page. Because we are already inside about page, I guess. Line number 48, remove it. Okay, it is working fine. It looks cool. Now copy it and edit everywhere. Okay, it is working fine. You need to check for the portfolio count. Yeah, add it here as well. Now reload it. It is home page. Now go to about page and it is also rendering fine. Cool. Now let's try to write some media query. We'll target first 9 pixel. Okay, reduce the font 48 pixel. Okay, it looks nice now. Now we need to just flip it to the flex direction of column. Cool. Now this upper top card we need to give the max width, I guess. We have added a class name at about section, about card. We will take that and give it max width of 450 pixel and margin of 0 to center it. Okay, it is not taking effect. That means that class is not taking effect. Now I don't see that class here as well. So remove it and give left section card the same thing, and it is rendering perfectly fine. Okay, now this one I think we need to again do the same thing that we did. Display as grid, create template columns, repeat 2,1 FR, and again for portfolio card, grid column, span up to, yeah, it is rendering fine. Now go down at 767. We need to have a, I guess, it looks good. Let's see. For next with 767 pixel, copy this about section, grid template columns, repeat 1,1 FR. For the portfolio card, grid column auto. So all three will be in same row. And for the social media card, give width of 200 pixel. Remove, we need to remove about page. Yeah. Now go down at 600 pixel, I think. At media, max width 600 pixel. Give the filtration column to the info section. Okay, the above is not taking entire width. Why? There might be a div around it. Okay, sometimes it is difficult to find what the issue is. Okay, for card we have given the max width in 999 pixel. So just remove it. Max width of auto. No, I think 100%. Okay, 100%. Yeah. Cool. Okay, our about section is done. We need to reduce the font though. Okay, here also for this make width of 100 pixel. We are at 481 pixel. To go down. Sometimes it is difficult to point out the issues. Yeah. I think we are done. This is home page, this is about page. Now we will work on portfolio and contact page. Now let's create a portfolio page. It will be quick, okay? It won't take much time. So create portfolio.jsx as well as portfolio.scss and create a skeleton, React skeleton here. Import the SCSS file. Now import the card component. And we're just rendering the different cards, nothing else. It will be the easiest one. Just import the few of the images that we're going to pass it to the card component. Okay, you can include your own project images here. This is just a sample that I'm including. Okay. Now give it a class name of portfolio page. Then container and section, these are the default classes. Now render the card component here. First we will add the all projects as a text, and then we will have a portfolio grid which have all the class cards. So card, we will give it a title, we will give it image as landing 1, title, give it header landing page, and we'll pass it a small card and just copy it. Dang, 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 for 6-7 times or 9 times maybe. Let's change the image and the text. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess we should remove last one. Change the alternate text. First we will render it. So add the route path / portfolio. We'll render the element. That means the component, portfolio component. Close it. This is how it looks. Now here we will target portfolio page. Display as grid template columns, repeat 3,1 fr. So in one row we need 3 grids. Let's take a look. Something is wrong. Maybe we are targeting wrong class. Let's check it out. Yeah. So give it display flex direction column, and for the portfolio grid class we will add display as grid and grid template columns. Repeat 3,1 fr. Why the middle section is not working? Okay, there is 4 there. Okay, we need to remove that 4 and it will work. Mm, yeah, cool. So it looks nice. Give gap of 20 pixel. So gap between the cards. Margin top of 100 pixel. You align it up center for the top grid so that the text will be centered. Now let's slide responsive media queries to make this grid responsive. For 991, I think it's good. Okay. For 991, we need to render 2 cards at medium max width, 991 pixel, dot plot below grid, grid template columns, repeat 2,1 FR, copy it at medium max width, (600 pixel), same, we are rendering one grid only. So if you know flex option grid, then you can definitely. Why it is not taking effect? Okay, we need to add the parent class here. Now it is taking effect. As it is 2, when you go below 600, it becomes 1. Yeah, we're done with this page as well. It is completely responsive. So as I was saying, if you know grid and flexbox, then you can pretty much make any web page responsive. Cool. Now create a contact.jsx page and contact.scss page. Create a component. This process is same for every component. Now we will import SCSS file. Now here we need to create one more component, mail card component, that we are going to use inside contact page. Give it, create a CSS file as well for mail card. Create a new component, import its SCSS file. Now it will accept few of the props. One is icon, title, and children. Import the prop types. and write the prop types below. I give it a class name of mail card. Here we will have icon section which renders the icon. So we will create one more card. Everything is inside card now. Icon, then info section which is having the title, and then the children. This will be the structure of this page. And for the SCSS file, give the mail card. We'll have a display of flex, alignment of centers, gap of 20 pixel, margin button of 50 pixel. And for the card, we'll have a padding of 10 pixel, width of 100 pixel, height of 100 pixel. And for this icon, we'll give font size of 40 pixel. And for the paragraph, we want to have text transform of lowercase. Cool. Now inside the contact page, do class name contact page, add the default container in section, add a wrapper and give it a width of 100%. So this is one way of giving the, instead of writing in CSS, we already have created one class. We can add this class as well. I usually forget to add this utility classes. Just wanted to show you, you can have use this as well. Now have a contact info here, the contact info section. Here we will have a email, phone and other information. Now we will have a mail card here. We will render 3 mail cards. Give the icon of AI outlined. So these icons we are importing from the React icons. So import AI outlined mail from React icon AI. Your title, mail us, and we will render the children now. Here in the first paragraph, we will write our email. Now copy it and paste it 2 times. Now import another component, AI fill phone. Here you will have your own phone number. Call us. And by solid location plus, this is very important from React icons only, but from another library, BI. So inside app.jsx, render that also. For the contact component. Now let's check it out. Go to the contact. Yes, we're having everything there. Now we will write a contact form here. So create contact form class. Inside it we'll have a card component, sorry, div with a card class, and here we will have a text. Let's work together. And then we are going to have a form. We'll have a form group class. Inside it we will have input. First it will be text, give it a placeholder, enter name. Now copy the entire form group, paste it 2 times. Email, enter email and text area. Enter message. We'll give calls of 40 and rows of 5. Okay. Now another form group with button. Submit. And this is how it is. Now it's time to style. So let's go to contact.scss. Here for contact page, for the wrapper we'll have display flex, gap of 30 pixel. Let's check it out. It looks like this. Now we'll open the developer tool. We'll give margin bottom to the text. So for contact info we will give flex 1 and h2 we will give margin bottom of 40 pixel. Now for contact form card we will have flex direction of column. Cool. For contact form give flex of 2, so it will take twice the space as the first one. Align items, flex start, so everything will be flex start. We'll add some margin bottom to the text heading, and here for form we'll have width of 100%. Form group as well we'll have width of 100%, and for input text area we'll have a width of 100%. Padding of 20 pixel, margin bottom of 10 pixel, background color of RGBA 255 0.05, border none, outline none, border radius of 10 pixel, and this is it. So we are almost done with this component. This is how it looks. Now let's make it responsive. So we go back, go below 7. Okay, 991 we need to have. Okay, the spacing is way too much. Margin bottom for mail card is 50. We can reduce it to 30, so this will look better. Yeah, we have to go to the mail card component. Make it 30 pixel. Okay, now we can go till 767 pixel, and then we'll make it column wise. At media max width, so 767 pixel, flex direction, column. We need to take the class, sorry, and flex direction column. Okay, now if you take a look, it is completely responsive up to 392 pixel. Yeah, so it is mobile friendly as well. I guess we are done with contact pages as well. Okay, now in this video we will learn how to deploy your React portfolio actually in under 30 seconds or what. So like this Netlify confirms. So we are using Netlify to deploy our application. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to do npm install netlify cli -g. Okay, you have to install this netlify cli. Yeah, so once it is done, then what you have to do is we have to run its build. Okay, now go here inside package.json file and check. Okay, yarn build, you can just do yarn build to create a build file for the our project. Yarn build. Okay, so we are creating a build folder. So it is actually a production ready code. It removes some of the unnecessary files and it minifies your code, and it creates a build file. So like here it is how it is. Mm, it has created a dist with assets, index.html and white.svg. Okay, some of these files, I don't know, inside this.html we're having this link assets index.js. So this is what our entire project is. Okay, now just we don't want to go into it. Okay, so we have our build file. Make sure to install this dependence, this netlify cli. You can do by npm install netlify-cli-g. So it will install netlify cli globally. Okay, now what you have to do here is you have to do netlify deploy. Okay, so go to your terminal and do netlify deploy. Okay, you can specify dash prod as well if you are going to deploy the production ready code. Yeah, let me make it big, let me zoom in. Okay, now it will ask you a bunch of questions. Okay, link this directory to an existing site or create and configure a new site. Okay, I will choose create and configure a new site. So team, okay, here it is giving my name. Okay, it will give something, uh, some other name for you. Okay, for random name you can update the site name later. Choose unique site name or leave it blank. We are going to leave it blank, so it will choose on its own. We can change it later, I guess, as they are saying. Now site is created. Now publish directory. This is admin URL, site ID, Okay, please provide the public directory. Example public or dist folder. We have to provide the dist folder path. Now how do we provide? Actually, I don't know. Dot slash dist. Let me see. Deploying, finishing, uploading the assets. Oh my god, it is very fast. If everything looks good on your draft URL, deploy it to your main site URL. So this is our draft URL, I guess. So let's just click on it, open. See, your product is already, your portfolio is already deployed. Okay, now we will use dash prod in Netlify deployed dash prod. So it will deploy to the production environment. Okay, you can use yarn add Netlify CLI as well, okay, instead of npm, right? So you can choose your package manager as per your convenience, npm or yarn. Fetch failed, publish directly dot slash dist. Okay, so this is our website URL. So this is my website actually. So if I have to give something, my current project to someone, I can just give this URL. Okay, now you can customize this as well. You can use your own domain as well. That is a different uh, um, thing that you can go deep, and you can learn how to add your own domain as well to the Netlify. So this is how we have deployed our website on Netlify. It works exactly the same as in local. Oh no, back to the site. I was searching for its solution. As I have found that we have to create a netlify.toml file in our root folder, and then we have to just write these 4 lines. Okay, so the first will be in double square bracket, redirects from slash star to slash index.html, and status is 200. Now why Netlify was failing to identify this route? Because React is a single page application, okay, and whenever you hit something like slash about, the Netlify server was not able to find it, because React handles everything internally with React router. For that purpose, we have to write these simple rules. So create a netlify.toml file in your root folder, and write these 4 lines, and there you are, then you are good to go. You have to build again with prod, and then you are good to go. So if you check it out here, we are in our root. Okay, now you go to the about, it is rendering fine. We go to the portfolio, it is rendering fine. Okay, if you go to contact, it is rendering fine. Cool, so we are done with the deployment part as well. So guys, if you enjoyed this video and if you learned something, then I request you to please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.